Okay, we're at the store. Windows haven't changed, but let's walk inside. I'm gonna show you something that's crazy. AJ was telling me how like we need to have access to that electric box. Because like it almost looks like my arm can reach. I don't have gorilla arms, but I guess this garbage going out. I mean, everything's on this side. You know what we can do for now? Like, we don't have to cut this off.
No, we don't. We can just
clip it.
clip it.
If we get a clip, we could do that. So that's fine. It could have been a little straighter, though. This, while it looks nice, I don't know if you guys ever heard of dominoes. You know? That's the domino effect. Otherwise, it's pretty good. I'm taking this stuff off. This, again, why didn't you just go like this? Like, instead of stacking them, why not do it like this way?
No, because you can't fit as many. So.
This, I don't know.
What? So. It's there for one day.
This is actually nice here, except it's not bad here. I wish we had a better one, though.
So look. You have, potentially, I have this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You'll have one.
Why do I get the bottom?
What?
Why don't we do 1, 1, right? Yeah, because you don't like it on the bottom. You don't like bending it over.
That's the problem.
Yeah. I like order too. Why don't we just not put these games on the shelf? So let's put stuff like DVDs.
Where are we gonna put these? No.
I'm putting DVDs.
No.
I'm putting DVDs.
No.
Look at this. Look at this amazing Transformers score.
You put DVDs on this shelf.
Oh.
Use this shelf for something. I'll remove this stuff.
Quit busting me around. All right. Is this an amazing score or what?
Tell him, Steve.
AJ's gonna tell me. Anyway, it looks neater, but we're still working on it. We'll get it. Oh, this was part of the score too, right? And it was all the same price? Oh, a little bit more?
35 for a box.
That's actually pretty good though, because these look nice and clean.
What's all the tracks?
That looks real good, dude. Yeah. Are you gonna sell tracks on eBay or?
You are for me. You want to take pictures for me?
Oh, I'll take pictures. Yeah. You get to list them though. All right. Anyway, let's see what I get done today. First of all, I want to thank the guys that helped provide the inspiration for the organization that I was able to do. As you can see, now we have a fully loaded shelf with a nice wide assortment of games. That was my major project. One of my major projects today is we're just trying to like this half of the store is looking nice. I put posters over there, and I'll show what I did over there too. But Wii's and Wii U's, DS's, GameCube, pretty organized. I mean, I'll probably touch it up and fix it up a little bit as we go along. A lot of the games that are on this shelf came over there, so we have mostly an area with games. Probably what I'm going to do is this rack here. That's getting out of here. If anybody interested, it's wobbly though, so I don't know if you can use it. I am going to probably put a smaller shelf there, and then maybe what I'll do is some of the games that are still left over here, I'll get there. AJ still has his case fully loaded, top quality games, a lot of good stuff. I'm turning this off. He's playing music. He's gonna mess up. I'm gonna get a copyright infraction. Chance to show our progress. And again, thanks guys for inspiring me to neaten that stuff up. You know who you are. So there, we've got records at eye level. I thought that was important. I thought that's something that we should do. I just put these here for now because why not? And I took these Nintendo Powers off the floor because I made a lot of room just by putting everything over there. My showcase, I'm working on it. Work in progress. All this stuff here, AJ. We got to figure what to do with that. Workstation kind of covered for now, so because it looks messy, we'll neaten that up. This side, this stuff I'm just taking out, and my plan is not to clutter things up. So I'll just bring stuff in that I want to be in or that I want to test for the day, and if I don't get to it, and I'm not coming back the next day. I'm just going to take it out. This is stuff they're going through. They're getting through it, you know. What else did I do today? Well, CDs. No, I actually had these already. I think I barely had any, but I did add some DVDs and Blu-rays. I want to see if this stuff sells here in the store. So I brought in Dragon Ball Z. I brought in these, and then cassettes. I just, if you watched the other video I did over the weekend, I bought a whole bunch of pretty good rock cassettes. Now, my plan with a lot of this stuff is if it doesn't sell, right, is to rotate it. You know, like nothing that I bring in here will be here forever if it doesn't move. But for me, it's like I know I can sell things like games, right? But I plan to see if I can sell the things that I can't sell so well at the flea market and that get like beat up and ruined at the flea market. It's like records. You can't really take records out all the time, like a big assortment of records, because they're very fragile. The sun messes them up. If it's too hot, they melt. If it rains, they get ruined because of the water. And the covers get all beat up and stuff. So I don't like taking out like a billion records. I like to take out like maybe one tray or one bucket at a time, which is what I'll do. And then the other thing is a lot of the stuff that I have here that I feel doesn't move quickly enough, I can go through it and I could see like right here I see I have all these PlayStation 2 games. Now, if I don't move a lot, what I can do is I can pick and do lots on eBay to move them along. Like I can do this, God of War, and pair it with another type of game, like say like Final Fantasy X, and let's say a couple of games like that, right? And then put them on as a lot on eBay and not ask a lot for them, and they'll just move, you know, because I've done that before. I've had, you know, that stuff actually works. Like I can take a lot of like the SOCOM games. If it turns out I have SOCOM 1, 2, 3, I can lot them. Same with Resident Evil. If I have several PS2 Resident Evil games and they just don't move at the store and they're not worth listing on their own, I'll put them lot. So I'm going to do the same with that. And then sometimes I'll just take them out of the cases and do maybe this lots of like big ones, depending on how many I get. You know, so I have more down on the bottom there. So it's actually helpful to me to be able to see what I have, because that's one of my problems. I have a lot of stuff, but I don't know what I have. Anyway, I think I did pretty good today. It's still early. I'm going to be here for a while, so I might test a few consoles. I brought in a GameCube for the store. AJ doesn't have a GameCube right now, so I'll test that probably, and I'll leave it in the store in my showcase. I got to get this stuff out of the way. I don't know why we decided to park it here. And then I also have a Nintendo 64. Now, the Nintendo 64, and I have some games, so I test that. AJ already has a couple of Nintendo 64s here. He's got one there, and he has one over here. So it doesn't really necessarily make sense for me to leave mine here, so I'll be taking that to the flea market if anybody's interested. It's the same as that. AJ doesn't have an Xbox 360, so I can basically sell stuff like this anywhere. I can sell it at the flea markets. I can sell... It's like, right now, right here, I have a red Wii. Now, I don't have a white Wii here because... Oh, no, well, I have two white Wiis, actually. But these are preloaded with games. Now, at the flea market... like here, let me show. At the flea market... It won't matter to someone that this Wii also has Super Mario Brothers 1 and 3, and Pac-Man, and Super Mario World, or Super Mario Kart, and the other games that you see here that I don't have to read for you, because obviously you can... Most of you will be able to read, I'm pretty sure, if I have the ability to read. But if I'd rather have something like that here because it's special, it's different. And AJ doesn't have anything like that. AJ doesn't have a red Wii right now, but I have a bunch of white Wiis, so I might bring another white Wii in here, so I have at least one complete. Those I have separate, but I'll add parts to it if somebody needs everything. But I would rather not just duplicate what he has when I can sell it at the flea market. It doesn't make sense to have too much of the same thing here. And I actually do way more flea markets than AJ does. He wants to do them like maybe once a week, but I basically, like, I'm doing one on Thursday. In case anybody's interested, I'm going to be at this whatever street fair JC is having. I'm already forgetting what it is. Little Ferry. It's either Little Ferry, Little Falls. You can check it on JC. I'll talk about it as a. Well, I'll put a link or something, or just ask me and I'll know whenever, or I'll check later. I'll say in the end of this video. Anyway, unless anything interesting happens, we had a few people walk in. Some people selling us stuff today, or they're gonna bring us stuff, records, some other good stuff, maybe some games, things like that. But yeah, I guess that's it for now. Let me get back to it. I'm gonna do stuff. I'm keeping busy. You know how people say gaffers tape can fix everything or anything? Well, it kind of can. Yeah, I mean, it is working, but I personally think that every once in a while it's time to let something go, and I will be letting this go and replacing it in a little bit. But there you go, guys. Gaffer's tape can probably fix pretty much everything. This is the Nintendo 64 that someone traded to me. I gave them credit on. Yeah. And the good thing is I gave them $15 credit, and this one actually has an expansion pack. I figured I couldn't go wrong with the $15 credit. They said it didn't work. I believe the problem was that the game that they were putting into it had dirty heads, because when I first put a game into this, it didn't work. Then I cleaned the game heads, and it did work. And it has worked for, I don't know, 3 or 4 games. Right? This is number 4. So, in case anybody was wondering, the Nintendo 64 that guy said didn't work, it worked. So for $15, I got a red expansion Nintendo 64. Turned out to be a good deal for me. Score for tonight, 28,316. There's a bids, but see that? I beat it. I beat my high score of the day. We went up staying a little bit longer, so.